Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? I should say good afternoon, to be fair, because it's after 12. So today's date is Sunday the 23rd of November, and it's 1:24 in the afternoon. So let me start. Hello, 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 hello. My name is Asherah, and welcome to my unique PhD journey. I'm exploring dissociative, identity disorder and psychosis versus spiritual conscious expansion, blending the 3D academic world with my 5D spiritual practices. I'm also currently training as a shamanic practitioner, and I bring in my gifts as a clairvoyant and a medium. As we dive in, please note that when I am channeling spirit, the insights are personal and spiritual, they are not clinical. While I have academic training in mental health, so I've done part of a degree, master's, and I was doing my PhD in mental health in education at the University of Birmingham. This journey is about my authentic, multidimensional exploration. So let's embark on this journey together and uncover the intersections of science and spirit. I'm getting really good at it. I nearly don't need the paper. So I did a few readings last night that was really intense. It was very, I probably should have put them more on the shamanic side, but I've put them on the PhD side. And I'll decide later on whether or not I want to change the titles over. But the energy, honestly, it just felt like I was floating. It felt like I was flying. It just, all that yumminess, you know. So very, 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 very spiritual. Let's just say that. A very, very spiritual night last night was, and I feel like the energy has come over into today. But even though the energy is there, and I am in that energy of flow to this morning and this afternoon, because honestly my body can't stop bloody moving. Spirit also wanted me to get back on track with regards to the PhD element of this research proposal. And what they had me do, they had me look over a couple of videos this morning just to make sure that what I had said was correct. And I found out that some of what I'd said in another video wasn't correct about a video. So we're going to go through that video today and just literally put the record straight. So for example, I had said that when I fell outside and you hear me on the camera fell, I said that I timed it and 3 minutes had gone past. But it wasn't. It was 3 minutes in total from the start to the finish, basically. Not that I was on the floor for 3 minutes. So I just want to clarify that. And then also I said that I waited for 10 minutes after the fact. And I didn't hear myself get up. But when I've listened today, there is a little bit of scuffling going on. So we're going to listen to that together to see if that indicates me getting up off the floor. After some negative entity, literally, it made me lose consciousness, basically. It was trying to put me to sleep from on the video, which we will watch. But then it was just like whatever. And that just explained how I got the cold cold, because you'll see on the video that I don't have the cold cold, but you'll see that from Tuesday, Wednesday. In fact, it was Monday, I think it was. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know, the cold cold still hasn't gone down, but it's gone down more than what it was. All right, so this is me before the cold cold. And then let me just go through it. And then, so we're going to look at the time between 2:44 and 2:46, basically. And then we need to look at video 66. Why do we need to look at video 66 again? Video 66 is the last video I did. So that's the last video I uploaded, I believe. If not 66, 65. But we'll check anyway, because it's all listed. And then they've been saying to me that this part of the series was supposed to be about the book that I've written in codes or something. I don't really know how to explain it, to be fair, but I just started writing, or literally uncontrollable, back in 2020. When did it happen? It was after I wrote the letter to Raka, so 2023. 2023 I wrote this book. Yeah, so it is video 66, because I've just checked. So the last video is video 66. So that's the video we're going to be going through. And then this is what I read. I said on the other video that I've written a book called Black Mum, White Mum. So here's the transcript of that book. Blissful and blinded to racism, Black Mum, White Mum. So just to kind of evidence that I'm not gassing. Like, I do have receipts for everything that I've said, and I'm more than happy to put the receipts on. I said that I'd also did a book competition with a primary school. I'll cover up the name of the primary school, but this is the competition that I did with the kids, and then they read out all their stories, and then I made books with them, and then the kids in the class, they all read out, they draw their faces. So these are like all the year groups and all the kids drawing their faces to go in the book. And then here's one of the pages of the book, how I said, do you know what I mean, that it's literally, that's the boy, you know what I mean, in terms of one picture, and he's literally describing what him and his family do when they go out. In that book, it's all done, published, ready to publish and everything, and it looks honestly amazing, and it reads really amazing too. But would you believe it, this is my diary. This is a diary from 2020, my journal, which I've obviously kept. And then at the back here, this is everything that I was writing down in 2022. And Spirit wants me to start going through this. I don't even know where to begin, if I'm completely honest. I really do not know where to begin. Alright, so we won't get into this now, but I said already that before I went to Africa the first time, I told my son I don't want him in my yard with his girlfriend. And I says that I'd write a letter to him. Spirit said write a letter to him. I told you that I'd spent hours cleaning up, so you can see the date on that. This is the day before I flew to Africa, because it says the 13th of the 2nd, 2014. And I flew to Africa on Valentine's Day. And that was my checklist of everything that I had to do in the house before I could sit down and rest. And I made sure that everything was bloody tip-top before I finished. So wash clothes, dry clothes, fold clothes, tidy kitchen, tidy living room, tidy bathroom, tidy Ty's room, tidy Shay's room, vacuum stairs and landing, pack bag, pack charger, passport, pack laptop, pack makeup, print paperwork. In the end, don't fuck Cav. Tidy Summer's bedroom. No, I don't want her Cav staying. Just little messages. I don't want Cav staying at my house. That's my second son, you know. And I'm writing it on the fucking tick list. Never mind. Arrange cat with Cav. Send Mick details. Book taxi on Uber. Pack incense. Put bins out. Set up something for Shadow. That's the cat. Do dreads. Put all the Arisha shells in my hair. Add 2 times more power packs to handbag. Do eyebrows. Do nails. Pack away clothes. Black jacket. And then I've got CBDC, don't know. But basically I put a big done on the end. And then on the other page it says, winner, winner, chicken dinner, got ya. Cavell Thomas, I said what I said, and I meant it. Do not bring that gal in my yard. Don't you dare. Fuck it in this bed. Are we clear? Mom, don't fuck. Spirit is watching you. And I put 2 eyes at the bottom. And I left this on the dresser in my room, you know, not his room. And he still bought this gal in my yard. And he read the fucking note. And he still dealt with the fucking, the gal in my blood clot yard. I told you that I've written out all the dates and everything of these fuck triggers. Now, at the time when I did this, I hadn't met the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the lineup is 5. But the lineup also includes Such Man, the ex-husband. So I'm just going to bend over the names. Don't matter, to be fair. In fact, I'm not even going to bend over the blood clot names. but you can just see that I've got their name, when we met, how long we were for, what the situation was, etc, etc, etc. That's what my nan and them told me to do, and they told me to do the same with my daughter. So this guy Axel, we were together. The mission was 2 months. With Suchman, it was 17 years. With Jason, it was 6 months. With Wakar, it was 9 months. And then with Eric, it was 4 months. And then with Prince, it was from, I met him in the year before. So I met him in 2023 and just ignored him. And then he called me around, I think it was around the 8th of February. 8th of February. That was 8th of February 2023, sorry. So I met him in 2022, sorry. So around the 8th of February, he called me and I was looking at the phone because I didn't know whose number it was, and Spirit was like, answer the phone. I was like, I don't want to answer the phone, I don't know whose number that is. And it was like, answer the phone. And it was this pussy on. So from February until May, so February, March, April, May, 3 months was that mission. Yeah. So that's 6 of them. And I've said that my personalities, I'm aware of 5 of them, but I am coming into a new identity, an unknown identity. So that is kind of like your 6th one. So there's like 6 trigger niggers, all displaying how they represented one of the personality identities that I have. So for example, Axel, he represented my higher self. He came in as a high priest. I weren't ready when I met him because I wasn't sitting in that power. I hadn't met Asherah. I didn't even know Asherah was coming through when I met him. So being with him, I was just observing what he was teaching me, what he was doing, etc, etc. Then it was, well, before him, obviously, it was Suchman, my ex-husband. So Suchman first, 17 years. Then Axel, between April 2020 to June 2020, 2 months. And then Jason, a guy from school, he came in March 2020. I never seen him for a whole year. Then he came in April 2021. And by October 2021, he was gone. And then Wakar came in on November 2021, literally a week after me and Jason mission was over. Then Wakar came in. We met in November 2021. I kicked him to the curb by February 2022. I was like, nah, man. It's like my heart. It's like my heart had left my body and gone over to him. And I was like, what the fuck? So I literally was just like, no, I don't understand what's going on. My head and my heart is not in alignment. I feel like I'm being ripped into. I need to cut this out. So I did in February 22. And then Spirit made me go back in June 2022 until December 2022. So I described on the video 66 what happened the last time I seen him, or probably a video before that, when my spirit just entered my body and just dealt with him. And then after Whack, it was Eric, married. I think he was married a week before I met him. He came in August 22, literally the day of Jamaica independence, which I think is around the 6th of August, if I'm not mistaken. And he was around until December 22. So him and Wakar went out at the same time, because I said, I'm not going into 2023 with no blood clot fuck nigga. I was shouting at the Most High, you know, I don't want no more fuck nigga. I'm fuck nigga free. You know what I mean? Little did I know there was one more fuck nigga to come in. They got HD, they're all human demons. Human and demon. Human, demon, HD, 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 HD. Fucking warlocks, man, I'm telling you. Fucking warlocks. But I got the lowdown on them. And then this is my daughter's one, but I won't put hers up. You know what I mean? But I made sure she got mum's details, dad's details, auntie's details, where they live from, where they don't live, blah, 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 blah. You know. And then here we start to get into some of the books. So every time I read, I threw it in a plastic wallet. Just gassing, just lit. And you should see all the pens. I've got the pens in another bag. I went through 16 pens, 16 ballpoint pens basically, writing all this stuff. And you can see that the words are becoming numbers, becoming codes. And as we go through, it just starts more. I go from literally writing, like I'm writing like this. So all this is pages of writing, but you can see that I've got 2, 3, 3 up the top and whatever. Numbers are starting to come through. Till then it's just literally just codes, numbers. Then I says that I started writing down people's names. Am I my brother's keeper official? Eric told me about a group, Inner Child Pedro. HTTPS, GoFundMe. Something come up on the TV. Eric sent me the divine golden goddess sign, and I sent him the Metatron symbols, and his organization was the same. That's the Freemason coven Eric told me about. Am I my brother's keeper? Cain and Abel. Cat killed Jay. Hashtag tried to. That's my the battle at Tasha's, and Jay won. Cat. Okay, Cat. And I was proud that they were pissed. Well done, Joe. We spoke in the car, and I told you that something was a rapper, and you said I know, and I said I know too, because I'm a singer. I just okay, I know what you're on about. Okay. Yeah. Some things make sense. Some things make sense. Hallelujah. We're gonna go through this lottery things. The letter that I said that was 10 pages to a car. This is Sunday, the 15th of January. Good relaxing day YouTube video. Was God in Africa before Islam and Christianity? Chapter 9. So I was trying to put chapters on them because I knew that a book was coming out of it, but I don't know. I was in and out of consciousness at the same time. My hand was just writing. I never went to sleep. Just writing. Sun come up, sun went down, sun come up, sun down. Jotting. More numbers. And again, it's like a whole like wad of papers. It's not just like one back and front or whatever. Blood of Christ. Pop smoke. Codes. Full moon. Moon blood. Blood magic. Blue blood. What the fuck? Fuckers. It's even like little shapes and squiggles at the back of this one. Anyway, this is what Spirit wants me to kind of go through. Asherah, my eyes have been burning and watering for around 1 hour now. Just a bit longer. When Mick collected cat, Tasha, cat, no black cat, black cat, black hat. Ooh, I don't know. The 7th of the 1st, 2023. Letter to Linden School. Broke the curse with your sister Tasha. When I read this out loud, okay. Oh my God, some of this I actually do remember. Imagine. Number 333. It is the number of the Ascended Masters. Thursday the 12th of January 2022. Jason Warner. Checked Facebook page yesterday, 11 of January 22. No activity. I could find Smoke Dog page. Not sure why. Had a thought that he could be out of the country, Jamaica. Is Jay singing, doing music? Hope so. It will be good if he was following his dreams. Told KAO about Bill. Spin human in the dog. Dog trying. Oh, okay. Is Blue a human? Blue the dog, you know. Oh my god. Alright. Okay. There's something missing out of here that I wanted to show you. You know, I cannot see it. It's like the code. They writ down like a number code first, don't it? I don't know where the number code is. Maybe it's not supposed to come out just yet. And I also said I could show you this. Oh, so this is just one folder for court, and this was just childcare. This is how I roll up to court. You should see how many files I've got downstairs. Spirit is very, very meticulous. They do not play. They do not play. When I say I've had to put the work in, I've put the work in, mate. I've put the work in. And my Bible looks exactly the same. Spirit, the ancestors, they don't play. I did a research, whether it's spiritual or whether it's fucking 3D world, it doesn't matter. I put the work in. So let me get myself back into the flow of things. But the first thing I'm gonna do is review this video of when this fucking negative energy, negative entity, whatever the fuck you want to call it, because at this point it don't matter, comes into my room and is trying to put me to sleep. Alright, so let me there's a lot of light coming in then. Is that better? I think so. Come on. It's hard to get the focus, isn't it? So this is me. I've got a black suitcase up under the bed. Talking on video 47, so you can just see in the corner there. I'll move this out the way. Video 47, and it's my video, Mental Health, Dissociative Identity Disorder / Psychosis, Earth Angel Asherah, and it was filmed 4 days ago. Yeah, 4 days ago. So have a look at this now. Is that going to be enough for you to see? Is this zoomed in or something? Oh yeah, look at that, it's zoomed in. Find dragon blood and chocolate diamond. I didn't tell you guys about the chocolate diamond, but I did tell you about the dragon's blood. And hospital notes from next series videos. So that's what I was looking to do. I got the hospital note because I took it out of the bag. Anyway, once finished, I decided that I was going to jump in the shower and wash my hair. Redo once the video was over. Video 27.3 minutes long. So her video was 27.3 minutes long. So I laid on the bed to watch it before I went in the shower. I started to feel a little sleepy / drowsy. So I heard, not said, you don't need to go in the shower tonight. Now, if you're tired, relax. In fact, you don't need to do your hair right now. So basically what I'm doing, I'm reading out what I wrote in my notebook because I'd had a dream. Yeah. I'd had a dream that morning, and it was quite a significant lucid dream. So in the morning when I woke up at 6 o'clock, I was trying to write down what I remembered. And what I remembered, I was just writing down what happened just before I went to lie down in the first place. And that was me saying, Ash, go and wash your hair. Go and wash your hair, because I was taking my braids out because I was going to redo my hair for this event on Thursday coming up. And a voice says to me, nah, man, if you're tired, don't wash your hair. Just lie back down on the bed. You get what I'm trying to say? We can wash our hair later. There's no rush. Yeah, so this is me reading out the notes in my notebook, which are here in this yellow notebook now. This is the notebook I'm reading from on that video screen, okay? And this is what I'm reading. These few little back pages here of me having a dream. Yeah? And this is what I'm doing on the video before I'm psychically attacked, okay, to put it into perspective. You're tired? You can do it later. So I said, okay. You see this voice? This voice wanted me to lie down. And I thought, well, I am actually tired. Maybe that's good advice. I should lie down. As I lay there, I started to feel even more drowsy tired. I had a thought about how tired I was and how the feeling felt familiar, like just before some fucking entity attacks me in the bedroom sleeping. Yeah? So I turned on my right side, grabbed a fag out of the box and lit it while smoking. I've got 3 more. So I turned on my right side, yeah, grabbed the fag out of the box and lit it while smoking. I decided to test whether I was really tired or if it was a fucking entity. As I closed my eyes, after a while, a wave of drowsiness came over me and I snapped out of it and shouted, "You pussy hole. Get the fuck away from me." Get the fuck away from me. I thought, nah, you dickhead. I said that out loud. I know it's you, knowing trying to take the fucking piss. Then I shouted loud, "Get the fuck away from me!" And I sat up and I felt the energy leave and I thought, good, you pussy hole. And I don't know what it is, that drowsy, I don't know, something, that drowsy equal dark entity, period. Anyway, as I lay there again, I said, what the fuck is this shit? Because I'm in and out of trance, I swear down, I don't know, it's just happened to me and I'm trying to write it down, so I do apologise, okay, that it isn't perfect English. I do know how to articulate myself in English, but I've just come out of a very, very, quite traumatic experience actually, where I was being held down in the bed and something was literally holding me by my jaw and squeezing my jaw together. Literally. And I was like, oh my god, what is this? It felt like the time when I was sleeping in bed with Prince, and I was sleeping, and something was choking me in my sleep, and I was like, no, this is actually hurting me in my dream. And I was like, I'm not supposed to feel pain in my dream. And it was him. So in the end, like at a point when I was like, no, this is too much now, I just boxed him, but I boxed him in real life too. So I boxed him and just woke up in the bed and jumped up because I boxed him, and I said, what the fuck? Why am I dreaming? And you like... So just to explain a little more what I'm talking about. I'm saying that in my bed, something was holding me in my jaw, yeah, and pushing me down. So it's like that sleep paralysis feeling. If you know, you know, yeah. But it's physical. Like there is an entity there holding me by my mouth. And I'm now explaining that it reminded me of a time when I was in bed with Fuck Nigger 5, Prince, who I haven't put on that sheet there. But he was the last mission that I slept with in... The last time I slept with him was the 10th of May 2023. That's the last time I slept with anybody. And I'm explaining that I was in bed with him. And I was having a dream. And in the dream, we was in the other room, in the single bed, with the pink sheets, my pink sheets. Because he never had no sheets. Anyway, and he was attacking me in this dream. Like he, as a man, was on top of me in the bed, strangling my neck, but in the other room, in the other bed. And this is what I was dreaming. But the way he was digging in, it wasn't so much strangling, it was kind of digging me in my collarbone. And the way he was digging me in my collarbone, I was feeling it physically in the dream. And I was like, hang on a minute, I shouldn't be feeling pain in the dream. What is this? Do you know what I mean? So once I realised I shouldn't be feeling pain in the dream, I started to fight back the guy in the dream. And as I fighted back up, and my hand physically went boof, and I boxed my man in his face, really. So he's awake now and I'm awake now, and I'm saying, what the fuck? I'm just dreaming, yeah, and you're fucking digging me in my fucking neck. And he's like, what the fuck? He's dreaming and I've just boxed him. So I'm saying, nah, there's some fucking kind of entity. What the fuck is that? So I get up with my psalms, my book of psalms, and I started to pray in the bedroom. Yeah, and fling olive oil and stuff around the room, because that kind of dream, physically, it was the first time I'd experienced physically being hurt in my dream, but that was 2023. Yeah, so I'm relating that incident to this incident on this video.
Your fucking hands around my neck digging out, and even when I woke up, my neck was fucking killing me. This pussy on. Are you nuts, blood? Yeah, I got the blood clot, olive oil. I make gossip, I take out the blood clot psalms. Let me psalms there. We drive out the blood clot psalms, blood. I was like, are you mad, blood? This same psalms I got in his blood clot yard. He's got his psalms. He told me about get the psalms. The psalms got me out of prison. I was like, yeah. He said, yeah, man, the psalms got me out of prison. I said, right then. When I went home, I already had a blood clot psalms in the bed. I must have bought it how long ago. I thought, look at that. Look at that. The psalms already under the bed, but I got two. I got three actually, because I got the voodoo version too. Even though it's all a bit voodoo, ain't it? Could catch water in there. So thin. Because I don't even eat. I don't even know what oh yeah, I had a pork sandwich. But that's all I had. I didn't have any breakfast. I had a cup of tea before I left the house today. So I did have a cup of tea. Oh, I like dancing a bit. But let's catch this little pepper anyway. Let's finish this video and see what my girl's really on about. See what she's really on. And who she advising, because now the door can't knock. Innit? So imagine if I did get the suitcase and run downstairs and say, he's coming, I would have looked like a right fucking dickhead.
So let me just explain that. Prior before on that video, I'm listening to a reader. I think she's called Butterfly something tarot. And she's basically saying on that video, you need to leave the house now. Somebody's coming to your house, you need to be ready. How long is it going to take you to be ready? But it's making me feel scared. So I'm saying, no, my ancestors don't work like that. They don't work in fear. So even though she's saying, how long will it take you to get ready? Are you packed? Are you ready? And I'm like, I'm packed. I got suitcases packed. I've just come off holiday. The clothes in my suitcase are clean, ready to bounce whenever spirit says bounce. So if spirit saying bounce, if spirit tells me to bounce, I'm ready. So I'm saying I'm not just jumping up like that because this woman's left the video saying that I'm in imminent danger. That's what she's saying to me. Before it happens, the reader is telling me you're in imminent danger right now. So this is me commenting on that bit of the video before.
That's what I'm saying. I've been there, done that. Got a t-shirt. Hey, oh, let's go.
This is her. This is the reader.
Oh. Akashic records are open. This message is coming from Akasha. The Akashic records are open. The King of Swords is here. This is letting you know that the Akashic records are open. This is some wisdom that's coming to you. This is discernment. Thank you. You're going to need to act quick. quick. This is also swift, quick moving action.
More quickness.
This is a heads up. Because something is happening where you're going to have to get ready fast. And because you are being able to peek into the Akashic records, this actually gives you a bit of a boost. So thank your ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels for giving you a leg up in this situation. Where there are going to be some people who are going to want to try to be perfect. There are going to be some people who are going to try to perfect themselves for the ride. And you're going to see some people miss out on the ride. You may even tell people, hey, no, we don't need all of that. They're going to insist, no, it needs to be this way. But you're getting a peek into the Akashic records that this is the time to be ready. This is the time to, when you don't have a lot of time, and I know for my feminines, when you don't have a lot of time and you got to do that 5-minute beat. And it don't look like the makeup that you put on when you got a lot of time to do it. But a lot of us, we have these nice routines where we can take about 5-10 minutes tops and we'll be ready to go. That's the readiness that you need to have. And that's something that feminists have in their arsenal. They know what hairstyle to do. They know what makeup look to do. They know if they're going to do a brow or a lash or whatever. Or you could put your lashes on in the car. Or do something in the car. Grab your lip gloss or grab your makeup pouch and do something on the ride there. But there's this energy.
Let me put it back on the video that we were supposed to watch.
It's quick energy.
Because honestly, I've had enough. Lashes, We're in fucking warfare. My lashes got done this morning. I already videoed me doing my lashes. You're late to the party. This karmic was harvesting your energy. I'm wearing it as a cloak. I know. That's why I said the Empress got no clothes. So I'm going to press it on her to pull it in the light.
After 3 years,
we'll watch it after that. We're definitely going to watch. She's a seer. She's done a very good reading today. And she acted like Sasha. So really, instead of me acting like Sasha, I'm going to show you somebody else acting like Sasha and really giving it to your heart, because it's necessary sometimes. Yeah? See, confirmation.
Butterfly Gang. That was it. Butterfly Gang. Butterfly Gang Tarot.
And then I'll put this powerful position one on. Because these are all the ones that come in the lineup today, and there's me. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Are you reading it? Are you seeing it? Oh. Let me bring this back a bit. So, let me go back this way. I was trying to say, this is the man from Australia, chosen 111, so you can read that reading. Someone in a powerful position amongst evil energy walking. So this was the turncoat, so we've already been through that. Then this one said it could happen at any time, which it could, but we're ready. We just come back from holiday. I just come back from Bali. I got a suitcase full of
on
shoes,
the 6th of
bags,
November
clothes, whatever,
2025.
So that's not a problem. Yeah, my handbags right at the bottom of the bed. My trainers are downstairs. And my coat's behind the other bedroom door. And my cardigan's behind this door. So what's the problem? Then this one was, you are the combat kid, you're unstoppable. We don't know. Then I listened to them. This girl was, I already played this out already today, so I already acted it out, so I know what to do. But basically, when she answers the phone, I'm gonna pretend she's gonna be my voice, talking to these such men. Why are you phoning me? So I was laughing when it happened earlier on. It was funny. Then there was Burn, and I sang this out loud. Because the burn in this song, and she got a lot of reviews saying that she was shit when she sang this song. Because everybody was expecting the burn to be a high note. They wanted it to be like, burn! You get what I'm saying? But remember earlier on when I says that kind of burn is a red flame. But when you go low and slow, it's a blue flame. So she brings it down low. I'm watching you burn. She don't go any higher than that. I'm burning the letters you wrote me. When you were mine. Yeah, I'm saying I've already gone through this. And look how the burn is in blue. The burn ain't red. Burn is the blue flame. Then I didn't really place that is.
I just what I'm trying to say there about the blue flame. So there's two types of ways that I've found out that you can use chaos magic. So what is chaos magic? Chaos magic is pure destruction. So who operates in chaos magic? Both masculine and feminine act in chaos magic. But when masculine acts in chaos magic, it's different than when feminine acts in chaos magic. Now you would think that the masculine chaos magic would be the strongest because it's masculine. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, when a man gets mad, he's mad in it. Like it's scary, it's powerful, there's energy, whatever. But the answer is, or the reality is, no. When a woman is mad, that is the most powerfulest. It's when the divine feminine is in chaos energy that it's the most, you know when they say like a woman scorned, like she would blow up the fucking place. Like she will humble, and she will be tried and tested. But that day when it's her last fucking straw, yeah, you're gonna get it. And you're gonna get it like you never got it before. You know what I mean? That's feminine chaos magic. But it doesn't have to be chaotic and all over the place like masculine energy. Feminine energy can be chaotic, but it can also be controlled chaos. And that's the difference between the two composing energies when operating in chaos. When my masculine energy or my masculine identity, Sasha, is in chaos magic or chaos energy, it's hardcore, it's swearing, it's your blood clot, it's your ass clot, it's your pussy clot, it's your dirty wine, it's everything, it's loud, it's in your face. When my divine feminine steps into chaos magic, it's chaos energy, but it's slow. She can just bring all that power that is in chaos and shrink it down till it's fucking nothing, like literally a fucking seed or a decimal stop, a full stop. Yeah. And she can just flow on that energy and not even push out the chaos, but hold the chaos inside of her, because she knows that she has the power and the strength to hold all of that energy and be in control of it and still keep her posture while going through it. And that's why on video 66, you see me dancing to certain songs, but see when the last song comes on and it's called Dirty Song, and it's like, me want me if it's bit in your mouth, your dirty ass, you know what I mean? And it's quite a sexual. The video is very pornographic. It's the girls in bondage wear. They're being intimate in a bedroom. They're doing all kinds of things with champagne and popping the champagne bottle open to insinuate. What sexual. It's got a lot of sexual content to the video. And you see me put on that song, and at first I'm dancing, and then I just slow it down. In the end, I'm just playing with my dreads, but inside of me, there is just bare energy. The Sasha inside, if you like, is dancing. She's wilding out, but the outside of me is calm. You wouldn't even know that I love the song. You wouldn't even know that I'm going crazy about the song. You wouldn't even know that every cell inside my body is jumping up, screaming, raving. You know what I mean? The energy that I'm putting out in the universe, you know what I'm saying? Because that's really what it's about. It's about changing the energy. Like when I vibe in energy, or when I'm on the video talking about vibing in energy, the sun's in my face. When I'm on the video talking about vibing in energy, that's what I'm talking about. It's a universal thing. My energy is being put out on a global level. So like the whole area of my house or my area is getting it. Then the whole of the Birmingham is getting it, and far out. Then the whole of the UK is getting it. Then it's just global. Then it's like the whole of Earth is getting that energy. Then I've gone beyond Earth, and I'm like literally out there in the solar system, in the star constellation with the planets, and they're getting the energy. Then I'm going beyond that into the celestial planes where everyone's like giant size, and that's getting it. Does that make sense? So it's layers on how far my energy is stretching, how far the energy is impacting, who the energy is impacting. And because I'm a projector, I understand the purpose of my energy is to project outwards. Just like I'm affected by the environment around me, the environment is also affected by me. So I can change the environment, I can change the planet, I can change, the atmosphere just from vibrating and moving my energy in particular ways. That's my belief. That's what I see happening. So even though I'm explaining that it just looks like I'm doing a little dance to you, in my mind's eye, it's something so much bigger. Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to explain, but Spirit was saying that I need to go in a little bit deeper so that the people watching it can kind of really understand, because I noticed that when I am talking on the video, I'm just top surfacing things. I'm not really going deep into things, and actually it's going deep where the actual magic is. That's what makes sense. So again, I'm in my room moving like this, but I'm really reshaping galaxies. I'm changing the matrix. I'm changing things from an energetic perspective. So let's carry on a bit.
Fine. And then obviously these readings now, but let me go back up to the point, because we were looking for she's a seer, and she definitely. Oh, actually, was it in my other account? It might have been in. Oh fuck! It might have been on the account that I'm in the phone with. But you know what? Let's just go to her page. Innit? Let's go back. Go to her page. I can just go to my subscription.
So I'm looking for She's a Seer, because I listened to a reading that day that I want to show you, but for some reason she's not subscribed in this page.
2 o'clock to go into the gym. So we'll see what her readings have been saying. Bloody hell. That must mean I'm not subscribed to her in this account. Alright, let's just find her. I've got several different accounts in it, so I do different things on them. What do? Go back up. I'm trying to see how there she is. So two months ago. Not sure what that sound was. Where's all your videos, babe? No, not Sensia. This girl here. Let's go to her page. Let's go to her channel. You're a UK parent between 40 and 65 years old. Can you afford as little as $4? You've already successfully closed out the cycle, and you not necessarily waiting for the next connection, but you're not in the energy. Right. Now something is closed for the contract. But it was today, so it should just be hours ago, isn't it? That pussy got power and wasn't that one deep? No, 5 days ago, 6 days ago, 7 days ago. Actually got 2 pages, because this is very confusing, isn't it? If I watched it today and it was a few hours ago, then it should be saying, but these are all saying 2 months and 1 month old. Well, she's on here every day. So what's going on? Every day she's on here. I don't understand. I'll subscribe on here now and see if she comes up. I don't understand why these are so old. Okay. We're not gonna watch it. You're rejecting anything from coming towards you. I don't watch old reading. It's got to be current, it's got to be same day. Unless there's something very significant in the title, then I will, but if that's not the case, then I won't even go there. This woman is very good. Deliberately tried to sabotage your journey to place obstacles in your way. Hello, good morning. I don't want to do a long one. I just want to do a short one, because... Oh yeah, let's do her. That's what we said. we're speaking about. This individual, this organization, this person, they were told, it's almost like they were told that you were special, or that you have a special purpose, a calling on your life. And this person, for some of you, could be a family member. For some of you, don't have to be. Somebody could be somebody that's a higher up. They refuse to listen. It's the energy of disregard. It was the energy of disregard. Like, no, they're not. Like, I'll find out the hard way. I'm hearing the long game. So they wanted to find out the hard way. And I feel like they could have been on some type of rampage. It's like fall. Pride goes before the fall type of energy. So they were warned that so they could have went to somebody. This could have been like a babala or something, I don't know if that's what they're called. They could have went to someone though, and this person could have told them that you are highly favored, anointed, something like this, and that person was on some I don't want to hear it type shit, the Hierophant. So, I feel like somebody told someone, like, this person is blessed, this person has like a mark on them or something like this, they're marked by God, something like this. I'm gonna have to close the window, it's messing with me. I don't want to close it, but I'm gonna have to close it. Give me a second, family. Okay, I had to shut the window. So, we had the Hierophant come out. And as I picked up the deck to come back over here, I seen the witch doctor. So, somebody could have been being told that you were someone that's being guided by some type of higher force or higher power, or you were being guided or protected by your ancestors, that you have a calling to be some type of speaker or mentor, something about who you are, like a bridge possibly between the physical world and the divine, like who you are, like you're a mediator. So what it is your position. It's who you're here, what you're here to do. The position is so powerful. So the thing that I could think of is someone that's like a channel for the divine, to bring 313, some type of divine or sacred knowledge or wisdom to the world, to help the world ascend, like something like this. That's a very powerful role. So it's very vital, important and vital for this person to exist, to be in this realm, for the role 333 that they're here to play.
333. I brought that up in the book, innit?
So this is the witch doctor. So maybe this is somebody who went to a witch doctor. Maybe the witch doctor told this person this, and they was like, I don't even care. I seen the Queen of Swords. Maybe it's somebody that's very cutthroat. Maybe it's somebody that I don't even care. Or not that they didn't care, but it's kind of like, well, they didn't. They just didn't want to hear it because they were so caught up in their ego or within jealousy to destroy you. So this person could be soon to pass away or go through some type of travesty or something very tragic because of what they tried to do to this you, the divine being.
For me, is that when I went to Tunisia last year, my nan said download a YouTube video so when you get on the bus you can listen to it. So I did what she told me to do and I downloaded it, and just as it finished downloading, the bus.
Okay, so I've literally stopped the video to talk about what this girl is saying, yeah. About I could have been told that I've got like some type of responsibility to share my story with the world, share my experiences with the world, and that these experiences will have an impact. Now, what I'm explaining is that when I was in Jamaica, when I was in Africa, in 2024. Yeah, so just before I was put into the mental health institution. When I was leaving Africa and waiting for my transport to come and take me to the airport after a week of being there, I went for a spa thing, like a Turkish bath type thing, and I was there all day, and it was so amazing. Anyway, the point being is that when I came out of there, my ancestor says to download the video. I did, and then when I got on the plane, I was listening to this video, and basically this video by a reader that I still listen to was telling me how on my nan's dying deathbed, she had told my dad and my family that the baton in the family was supposed to be handed over to me, that I am the next matron. I would be the person taking over from her. I am the one taking over from her. Now, if this is true, I don't know how my nan would have known that. I don't know whether or not my nan received information, or if my nan knew that information from before and just hadn't said anything. I don't know. All I know is that on this reading, it was a very specific reading, and it was saying that, she told my dad that I was going to be the matriarchy. My dad wasn't happy about that information because as far as he was concerned, he thought that the baton was being passed to him. Whatever comes with it, whether it be land, responsibilities, finances, I don't know. But whatever it is, my dad wanted it. My dad wanted that position. And this is what it was telling me in this reading. And that my dad had something to do with the passing away of my grandma because of what she said about me being the matriarchy. Now, during my time here, just before I went into hospital, and I have explained this on other videos, that my dad was in my house, embodying the energy of my oldest son. Like he was using the body of my oldest son. So he'd sent his entity, or whatever entity is in my dad, was now in my son. And my son was in my house, talking to me, abusing me, and acting like my fucking dad. And at one point, my nan was shouting at me through the astral world, stand up, stand up, stand up. You're the highest authority, stand up. Because I had these white men in my room at the time talking, police officers or whatever they were, saying that there's no way I'm the highest authority. There's no way. So they were saying, one of them was saying to the Sarge, there's no way, Sarge, there's no way. And my nan was saying, stand up now. So as I'm trying to get up on the bed, to stand up on the bed like this, but I'm by the wall, but I'm on that side of the room. My son is dragging me down on the bed, and I'm saying, no, son. My nan's saying, stand up. So I'm trying to get over to this side of the bed to stand up, and my son's dragging me back down on the bed. Like I said, talking to me like I'm his mum. I am his mum, but the things that he's saying aren't anything to do with me and him. He's talking about, remember when you used to beat me? How many times you used to beat me? Every day you used to beat me. My son ain't been beaten every fucking day. You know what I mean? Or nothing like that. And I'm saying, son, what are you talking about? The last time he's saying, you remember you used to beat me in this room? I'm like, the last time you was in this room, you weren't even 6 years of age, or just about 6, because we left here in 2006 to move in with my ex-husband. And I'd only been here since 2024, so we only spent 2 years in the house. And to be honest, we didn't even really spend much time in the house because we were up and down. I didn't even have the cooker plugged in. You know what I mean? We weren't here. We were out every single day. We just literally came back on the night to sleep, to go back out in the morning. So it wasn't that life. I was studying at university. I was working a job. I had the kids. I'd separated from the kids' dad. He was having them a week. I was having them a week. Do you know what I mean? It weren't that. But anyway, my son was talking about a lifetime that he had lived, but it wasn't with me. And it became quite apparent to me that he's talking to my nan, because my nan's talking to him too. So my nan is saying things to him that is also triggering him. So me and my son are having this really weird experience with these two energies that are around us. Him, my dad Cecil, and me, my nan, who's obviously Cecil's mum. It was just peak. It was really peak. So that's what I'm talking about. But obviously I don't explain it in depth. So I just want to make sure that Spirit wants to make sure that I'm picking up in areas and just clarifying certain things, because it can be confusing. But this is not the reason why we're playing this video. We're playing this video because there is an entity in the house. There is an energy in the house trying to dominate me. And I catch a little bit on camera. So let's crack on.
woman had to jump on it, and I thought, fucking hell, it's a good job I did it when she says to do it, but I'm always obedient. So we jump on the bus, and we're driving to the airport, and there's some drama about this guy in a red coat. But as I'm looking out the window and the sun's starting to set, all these birds are out there. I mean, I don't even know how many birds, say 80 birds. And they started to fly in these patterns, and one of the patterns, it looked like a black panther jumping through the air. Like a whole, they made lines, like, so his back's a line on it, like he's gonna have a lengthy back before his feet and his tail. And all the birds leveled out their bodies.
A bit about the birds. So what I'm explaining is that just before, when the coach came to pick me up from the hotel in Africa, so this is still February 24. I jump on the coach. There's a little bit of hoo-ha because the people on the coach are saying that the porter guy in my hotel is a paedophile. Like, he's made some kind of gesture to the 16-year-old girl that's on the coach. So the parents are kicking off on the coach. So because I've got on the coach from that hotel, because this has happened before I've got on the coach, they're asking me about this guy. And obviously I know this guy's a fucking demon pervert, but it said it on the reviews. After I booked after Spirit booked the hotel, that's when I went on the reviews, because they booked it on the Monday and I was flying on the Wednesday. So I only had Tuesday to actually look up the hotel. So when I did, some woman had said that this guy in a red jacket who works for the hotel had come in her room, had let himself in her room, hello, and tried to kiss her in her room. I'm like, fuck no. So I phoned up the travel agent company and said, nah, man, I want my hotel swapped. But they're telling me that because it's last minute, I can't swap it. So I'm saying to them, if anything fucking happens to me with this blood clot man, watch me and honour. You know what I mean? And they said, fair enough, you know, you do have protection and blah, blah, blah. So when I've gone out there and I've landed at the hotel the first night, who the fucker do you think's there to help me off the coach with my bags at 9:30, 10:15? The same fucking guy. But I know it's the guy without knowing it's the guy. I know it's the fucking guy. And he's trying to tell me, he wants me to give him a tip for helping me with my luggage on the night. But I don't have any cash on me. You know, I haven't stopped off and got cash yet. But he's telling me he will walk me to the cash machine that night so I can give him money. Hello? So I'm like, it's okay, thank you. So I've got up to my room. When I get up to my room, he's on about her come up there. He's finishing off work. So he's not even at work, you know. He wants to take me to the cash point and walk with me while he's clocked off shift. Nigga, please. So anyway, it brings me up to my room with my bags and he tries to step into my room. And I'm like, no, it's fine. I can handle it from here. So I take my stuff off him and go in my room and shut my door. And I put the chair behind my door because it's the first night I'm stopping there. I don't know what to expect. So I put my chair behind my door, get myself sorted out that night. I put my pajamas on, whatever. And I'm lying in bed. So within the half an hour, 15 minutes, I'm lying down in my bed because it's been a long flight and a long journey. Next thing you know, I hear my door knocking off. Knock. It's my man at the fucking door asking me if I'm ready for him to take me to the cash machine. I don't even say nothing. I just carry on doing what I'm doing in my room until the knocking stops and he goes about his business. So that's and then obviously being at the hotel with him for a week, he's just fucking spying on me. He's watching me. I'm on my phone to my son, telling my son about how the man's going on. So it was a whole thing for the week about this fucking guy in the red blazer, the red jacket guy. So that's what I'm explaining in this bit of the video. But I'm also trying to get to the part where I'm actually on the plane listening to the recording that my nan has told me to download.
And flew in the shape of a black panther flying through the air. I thought, wow.
Birds, because I'm on the coach. The sun's up. The sun's blazing. And these birds, all these little birds that look black in the light of the sun are flying. And there's loads of them and they're making all different shapes and they're flying alongside the coach type of thing because it's a massive open area. Like Tunisia, you know, it's Africa and it's massive and not everywhere's got buildings, so you do get to see the land. And these birds are flying and they literally line up. They're making loads of shapes, but one shape in particular that I'm talking about is that they make a panther. You know what I mean? So the stretch of birds is about this long across the sky. And they've all lined up equally to make the shape of his back, the tail, then it's got legs, then the belly, then two arms roaring and a panther face. Like, this is a serious fucking shit. And I took pictures of it on my phone. So, yeah, I'm going to do a picture book of all the pictures So hopefully there'll be pictures to kind of evidence a lot of what I'm saying, so that you can see that it's not gas, it's a fact. It's a fact, you know. So that's what I'm talking about.
Got my phone and I took a picture and I thought, look at that. Beautiful. I took a few pictures of it. I thought, God, they're gonna love seeing that. Because I don't know how the birds did it. My birds fly around outside all day long, but they don't make patterns. I thought they made an N and an X the other day and I was like, I'm tripping. Anyway. The video, when I didn't watch it until I got on the plane, and this white man who looked like a chicken got on the plane before me, then it was me, then it was some celebrity. I don't want to go to sleep, thank you. Got things to say.
Okay. When I turn around to go to sleep, thank you, I've got things to say. At that point, there is a very, very, very heavy energy pushing down on my head, trying to force me to sleep, put me to sleep. So earlier on, I mentioned in my diary, which I read out, that while I was on the bed, I felt this energy coming over me, trying to put me to sleep. So I lie on the bed and I light up a cigarette because I want to see, is this me tired? Because this is why I don't want to go in the shower and wash my hair. Or is there something making me tired? Because I'm able to use discernment now, you know. So I start to lie on the bed with my cigarette and see how I feel. And because I've got the cigarette in my hand, obviously I've got to concentrate on the cigarette. So I'm not trying to go to sleep at this particular moment. But next thing you know, I do that and I book. And my phone leans to the side and I realise that I just literally nodded off. And I'm like, how am I nodding off? And I know I'm not fucking tired. So I'm like, you know what? Be gone. This is clearly a fucking energy over me trying to put me to sleep. I understand this. I felt it before. So I'm shouting at it, saying, fuck off. You can't put me to sleep. I'm not ready to be put to sleep. So that happens the day before. So now that I'm actually sitting down recording, the same energy is over me trying to put me to sleep. So I turn and say, no, thank you. Don't put me to sleep. I'm not ready to sleep yet. So I've addressed the entity, telling it that I know you're here. Stop it. So then another way to kind of push out that entity is to tense up myself really strong and bite down on my teeth. So you see me biting down on my teeth 3 times, trying to shake off this feeling, but it doesn't work. Not this time. Let's play.
It sends electricity pulses and wakes me back up because I'm not going to sleep. Yeah. So anyway, where did I get to?
I'm actually feeling a little bit worried here. I try and call my daughter. I'm thinking how I feel. I have a drink.
So, anyway, long story short, I'm on the plane. Summer!
That's me getting a little bit concerned because I can feel how heavy the energy is.
Call this little girl, she don't answer.
I try and stand up.
Because my head is feeling so much pressure.
See, I say my head is feeling so much pressure. Then listen. I've dropped down in the bathroom. I haven't even made it to the bathroom. When I've got up off the bathroom floor, half my legs are on the carpet on the landing, and the rest of my body is face down in the bath mat. And when I've got up, I can see all the nail varnish because right by the door where the bath and the shower is, I have this little cabinet thing with like different things on different shelves, and the shelves are broken. Like my hand has obviously gone into them. So like there's the top shelf, then another shelf, then another shelf, then the actual cupboard where you can kind of keep towels and stuff down there. So literally from the second shelf right the way down is just cracked. Literally the thing needs throwing away, it's smashed up. I've packed up all the broken shelves and everything and put them in, but the side of it is cracked out too. And then obviously there's all these nail varnishes on the floor. So I've realized or woke up on the floor. I thought it was 3 minutes on the other video, but you'll see now it was just seconds. And then you hear me get up, and then I tried to come back in this room and the pressure is even more heavier. So I'm like, no fucking way. So I tried to get out the room to go into my daughter's and I don't make it. You hear me fall again, but when I've woke up this time, I'm on the floor of my son's room, and that's how I've got the massive fucking cocoa on my head. But I've also got like a cut on my arm, which I've mashed up. I had a cut on my knee here, a cut on my knee, and a bruise. I'm bruised here on my arm. So here is tender to touch. I already got mashed up from the bike ride from in fucking Africa the other day. So that's my bike ride mash up plus my fight. See here, this is still kind of hard still. So yeah, man, I'm getting bust up. So so that's me. This is what you're gonna see. So I'm gonna rewind it back for you to hear the fall, and then we'll just play it until when I think that I've got back up the second time. Okay.
Time I call this little girl, she don't answer. So let me just stand up because my head is feeling so much pressure. I'll leave the video on here.
So that's 2:45. That's me getting up.
Oh my God, I can't even be in.
That's the second drop. So you can hear. And you don't hear nothing for the next 10 minutes. So I'm thinking that little bit of scuffle was me getting off the floor and going into my daughter's bed. And then if you fast forward it, you don't see me come back in this room the whole time. It's just a video recording the empty room. Right the way to the end. For another, what, hour and something? Yeah. Okay, and then on video 48, the next video after that one, which is this one. That's my forehead. You can see that my forehead is completely different. So this is 2 o'clock in the morning.
Hello, my
when I've
name
come
is
out my
Asherah,
daughter's room.
and welcome to my unique PhD journey.
So this is I've gone in my daughter's room. So I want to explain what happened when I went in my daughter's room. So I've taken 2 drops, but off, yeah. And I explained what I was feeling. It was like something was licking me in the head, man. I'm telling you. So by the time I've come out of my bedroom, I know that I've passed out before I've hit the ground, because I've gone before I've hit the fucking ground. Like, I know something's going on, and then I wake up and I'm disorientated on the floor. I don't know how I've got there or why my face is in the bath mat, you know, because the bath mat is bright yellow with a bumblebee on there. So I've pushed myself up off the floor, and I've tried to come into the bedroom. But the weight of the energy from in the bedroom is even more on me. So I said, oh, nah, I can't stop in here, man. I gotta go. Look at the light. It's so beautiful, isn't it? So I turn from here to go into my daughter's room, which is behind this wall here. So I don't have far to go. But for some reason, I've gone past that room because my son's room is the next room. And I don't know why the door's not locked. Usually the door's shut, but it couldn't have been shut. Or if it is shut, I've opened it. I don't know. But I've gone through the door, like, if you like. And I've obviously smacked my head off the floor. I'm assuming. Because I don't actually know. And then when you hear that little rumble. Now, I don't know about the rumble on the TV. But I know at some point I got up off the floor again. Disorientated. Where am I? How did I get here? As I pull myself up and I realise I'm in Mick's room, there's still energy trying to pound on my head. And I get up and I get into my daughter's room. As soon as you open my daughter's room, her bed's there, because she just changed it around a few days ago. She's put her bed by the door, because you see me on the video, she comes in, needs help with her wardrobe. I put my hands on the bed and I use the bed to walk around it until I'm up the top with her. And I pull the blankets and I get into bed with her. And as I'm lying down, my head is just bam, 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 bam. And I'm trying to alchemize. But I'm also really worried, because I'm also aware that I've just literally hit the ground twice. What the fuck is this entity? You know what I mean? So I've wrapped my leg and my arms around my daughter so I can use her energy and my energy to try and alchemize this entity. Yeah, but my daughter's not fully awake, you know. And then eventually she turns around and says, Mom, what you doing on me? So she goes like this. So when she goes like that, I turn my body and lie on my back. So I'm right on the edge of the bed and she's practically in the middle of the bed. So because I'm now not touching her, I can feel it bashing me even more, trying to get me. But the TV's on, and it's a movie. Kevin Hart is at night school with that other Hart girl. And she's funny and she's pretending to be a head teacher. So as I start to kind of focus on the movie in front of me and start to laugh and feel feelings of joy and laughter, that's helping me alchemize this pressure that's coming in off my head. See how the light's on my finger? How nice is that? Starts to alchemize this pressure in my head. So I'm laughing like, it's funny anyway, the movie's funny. But the laughing is pissing whatever this is going on. And you see it start to fade out because it knows it can't overpower me. But as the feeling in the back of my head and the sides of my head start to subside and get a little bit more manageable, my front of my head is having the same effect, like something that's coming at it. So I put my hand on it, and that's when I feel the cocoa. And I realize that it's the cocoa that is creating all this pulsating pressure at the front of my head anyway, not the entities that are dealing with me at the back of the head. So for about an hour and a half, I'm there watching the movie, alchemizing, feeling like I want to go to sleep, but really hard not to go to sleep, because you know that after a concussion, you shouldn't go to sleep anyway. You know what I mean? You should try and stay awake, and you should try and drink something sweet, but I dare not get out of the bed, because I didn't know if I get out of the bed, am I going to get knocked out again? So the bed was safe. The bed was soft. It was comfortable. Someone's got a black satin sheets on. I was comfortable. So I just laid there alchemizing and laughing. But eventually I must have fell asleep for long too. And then I feel someone get out of the bed and I'm wondering if it's morning. So I start to get out of the bed and someone's like, Mum, it's not morning, it's only 2 o'clock. I just got up to go to the toilet. And I said, yeah, 2 o'clock. And I'm like, all right then, cool. So that's when I come out of her room and I go in my room and I turn on this video 48. So let's run the rhythm.
I'm exploring dissociative identity disorder and psychosis alongside conscious expansion, blending the 3D academic world with my 5D spiritual practices. I'm also training as a shamanic practitioner and bringing my gifts as a clairvoyant and medium. As we dive in, please note that when I'm channeling spirit, the insights are personal and spiritual, not clinical. While I have academic training in mental health, as in I'm doing my PhD in mental health and education, this journey is about authentic, multidimensional exploration. So let's embark on this journey together and uncover the intersections of science and spirit. Right, so the time right now is 4 a.m, 4:35 on the 18th of November. Yeah, Tuesday the 18th of November, so it's still very early hours of the morning. And basically I was doing a video, and as I was doing the video I started to feel sleepy. So I've stood up to not try and feel sleepy, but this heavy dizziness, like it's like pressure in my head, and I felt it before. I felt it when I went to my granddad's graveyard. That's why I knew that there was things around the graveyard. But I just pushed through it, and then I took all these pictures, and when I came home, there was no pictures on my phone. It was like it never happened. So I did some ritual work in the bedroom, and in my vision I was lying on top of my granddad's grave. Did all this alchemization, went back down the grave, yeah. Poured rum all around his grave, poured salt all around his grave, poured olive oil all around his grave. They made a trail from my car to the grave thingy so nothing could follow me back in the car. I put salt down on the way in, and I put salt on the way back, is what they told me. Yeah. And then obviously when I checked my phone, the pictures and that was on there, and then I went to, the same day before I went to my nan's graveyard, but I got to my 2 grandparents' house to clean the grave. Anyway, babe, I get up from here, I go into the bathroom, I pass out, I drop on the bathroom floor. My bathroom cabinet is mashed up. I've fucked up the cabinet. Then I've walked this way. I thought I was going into my daughter's this door, but I haven't. I've gone into this door. This is the room that my son was in. Yeah? I've bust my head on the floor. I don't know how long I was on the floor for. Bust my head on the floor. Then gone into my daughter's bedroom. And got into bed with her. While this thing is still trying to put me to sleep. This is my forehead. Look at the fucking size of the cocoa on my forehead, the bomber clot. Knocked myself out, you know. Fuck's sake. Whatever this fucking thing is in my house, I'm telling you guys, this fucking pussy on, these fucking entities. But it felt like my dad. Well, I felt like Cecil, because I was about to talk about me getting on the plane and what the video was that my nan made me download. So the party must go on. Do you understand where I'm coming from? The party must go on. So the time is, I went in my daughter's bedroom basically, and I got into bed with my daughter. And for about a good hour and a half, my head was just pressing, but at the same time, I had this cocoa on there too. So part of it felt like the cocoa pulsating on my head, because obviously I've just smashed my head in. I don't know why I've gone into that particular room, because my intention was to go into my daughter's, because I had called her, but she hadn't answered me. But I've woke up on the floor in that room, and I believe that's where I got this, because when I've listened back, I hear myself go out the room and drop on the bathroom floor, yeah? But within minutes I can hear me getting up. Then I tried to come back in this room, but when I've come back in this room, the pressure's been even more, and I was like, whoa,
I can't even be in here. So I've doubled back out the room to make it to go to my daughter's room, and I haven't even made it. And it's that she's next door to me. Like, there's not even a gap. That wall is her wall behind me. I've gone into the other bedroom, boom, straight down, flat on my face. Gone. Completely lost consciousness. Smashed my fucking face in. I got an award ceremony this blood clot week. My granddad saying I put a knife on it. I put a knife on it, but I couldn't come out of bed. There was just all this pressure, like they're still trying to put me to sleep, and I was trying to stay awake and watching a movie. My daughter's TV was playing in it. My daughter was sleeping. I had to get in and wrap my legs and my arms around her just to stay grounded, so that whatever was trying to put me to sleep couldn't put me to sleep, because I've mixed energies with my daughter. At least I know what to do now. I know that if that feeling comes over me strong like that, just I'll get into bed with my daughter if she's here, and if she's not. Because even when I was in the bed, I was like, yo, ancestors, what's going on? Tumbleweed. It's like something I had to, it's like say, imagine my nan has allowed my dad to rough me up in this house again, because he was roughing me up for my son. You know what I mean? By the time I got to the hospital in March 2024, I was covered in bruises. You know what I'm trying to say? I looked at myself in the hospital mirror when I was having a shower, and I thought, fucking hell, look at that. You know what I mean? But literally, like, it felt like something was trying to drag me down, but through the weight of my body. I took 2 steps out of the room. I didn't even make it over the bathroom threshold. Because when I woke up off the bathroom floor, my feet was on the carpet outside the bathroom, and my face was down in the bath mat. So I hadn't even got in there, which is a good thing, because the bathroom sink is made out of that polystyrene fucking porcelain, because that's the plastic thing, porcelain. So if I bust my head off that would have been a different thing. But then when I've gone in the bedroom, but I've come out of this room and I've took no more than 3 steps forward, 4 steps. But by the 5th step, say, boom. I didn't even know I was going down though, because I would have got down low. I would have got down low each time. I wouldn't have just fallen over. You know what they just reminded me of? They reminded me of Suchman. Suchman just passed out twice, one time because he's got a heart problem, my ex-husband, and he just passed out in the kitchen.
Funny is that I'm getting a download that's reminding me of a time when my ex-husband just passed out randomly in the kitchen. Don't get me wrong, he's got a heart condition, but he passed out twice. He passed out randomly in the kitchen, and I mean, we've been married for over 15 years, so it's not today and tomorrow I know him. And it never has happened before. And he's had a heart condition since 2008. So it's not today and tomorrow he's been sick. He's been sick for all of my daughter's life. And my daughter's 17 now. But he passed out in the kitchen and he busts his nose. And we called the ambulance, and the ambulance couldn't get him. It's a few days before Christmas. It's so long. He's like, I don't want to go into hospital when it's Christmas, but differently, you need to be strapped up to an ECG and just check that everything's okay. But it was just random how he passed out and was fine, you know. And then he did it again upstairs in the bathroom. I was setting a bath for him to help him get in the bath, because he's got this electronic battery pack that he needs to make sure it doesn't go in the bath, so he needs help. And I was getting him ready to go in the bath, and he just passes out again and falls on top of me, blocks my back, blocks my arm. I'm pregnant. I'm like 8.5. I'm heavily pregnant. It's not a little bit pregnant. I'm like heavily pregnant. And he falls on top of me. But that's what it's reminding me of in the video. But what was so weird is that then after this video, when I'm explaining to my daughter what happened, my daughter turns around and said, oh, that reminds me of when Dad passed out. But she was on a little, you know what I mean? She couldn't have been, 2016, I had Shay. So my oldest son is 16. You know what I'm saying? So Summer is like a good 9 years. You know, she's 9-10 years of age. For her to remember, not only just to remember it, but for her to mention it, there was just something similar in it. There's an energy or an essence. And I picked up on it and she picked up on it. But she's also telepathic. So you have to not watch with Summer, but sometimes thoughts are hers. Sometimes she's picked them up on the ether too. You know what I mean? So she could have picked up my earlier thought, because I know that's one of her gifts. She uses telepathic communication. She doesn't always know that she's doing it, but she's definitely doing it. But she mentioned it is the point. She mentioned that it reminded her of when her dad passed out. I thought that was interesting.
It's getting ready for Christmas, so the Christmas tree was up in the living room. I got in the kitchen and his nose was bust up. He was just sitting there, but he does have a heart problem, but it was just weird how he passed out. The second time I was in the bathroom and he passed out and he fucking landed on me. I was pregnant. I had my arm and everything. But it was just a weird, it's like your body just gone. But I've passed out many times when I was younger. I used to pass out all the time because I'm anemic. And when I'm anemic, I faint. So I'm used to fainting.
Yeah.
And I know what to do to prevent a faint. But I didn't have time to do that.
So saying there about I know what to do, like I've been anemic, but I've also struggled with migraines when I was younger, and sometimes a migraine attack would lead me to become quite overwhelmed and pass out. But because it's been happening to me since primary school going into secondary school, it's not new. So I know even if I have a long bath, sometimes if I try and get out of the bath too quick, it would give me that feeling. And sometimes I do get out of the bath and I have to get down low. So I know if I get to ground level, even if I'm just crouching down, if it's really bad, I will lie down. And sometimes even when I lie down, I will still pass out and come around again. Do you know what I mean? Because my body just gets so hot and so overwhelmed that my inside my head starts ticking and tacking type of thing. And do you know what I mean? So I know the feeling. One time when I was still living at home, I was washing up at my neighbour's house and I felt dizzy and I didn't give myself time to bend down. I just held onto the sink and all of a sudden my friend has watched me just glide back and bust up myself, literally falling backwards. But I wake up and I'm absolutely fine. You know what I mean? Like there's no need to go to the hospital or the ambulance or anything like that, because again, it's something that has happened to me. But I always know it's gonna happen. I always get a chance, you know what I'm saying? Because when that happened to me, I was 12 years of age when I collapsed in the kitchen. So I just kind of been a year and a half in secondary school, so I was still kind of getting used to myself. But I mean, 12 years of age to 42, you know, I've had some practice with it. I know my body now. I know my body fairly well. And even in that situation, I should have just got down. What I'd done is got up off this chair, realised that I was feeling something that was making me feel ill. And the idea was to get into the bathroom because it's the coolest place in the house. The bathroom window's usually open. You know what I mean? So if you're in the bathroom and it's cool, I can just lie on the bathroom floor and I just the coolness will help regulate my temperature and it'll just bring the feeling down. But I didn't even get into the bathroom. I mean, I could have just gone on my knees. I could have crawled out the bedroom if I had known. Or at least once I got out of the bedroom, just sat on the step, you know what I mean, on the carpet and just lie down if I couldn't make it to the bedroom, but I didn't. And even when I've gone to the bathroom and I've come in here, I'm still disorientated. And then it just licks me more and I try and come out to get to my daughter's room because at least that's another human, another person in the house, you know. So weird, isn't it? But yeah, let's just crack on with this last bit.
I've just gone in the bathroom, but off. A few seconds later, got up, come in here, felt the pressure, gone back out, but off. Done. Forehead. You think me look at my forehead? And my arm, sorry, my forehead and my arm got fucked. See this cocoa? And then my arm, it's like go down my arm, but I can't see anything now. But yesterday it looked like there was rings on it. It's bruised though, it's definitely fucking bruised. It's tender to the touch. But I think that was the only thing that got hurt, my arm and my forehead. And then obviously in Bali, I fell off the bike, didn't I, and got fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? These are the two physical things that have happened to me.
in the last 5 years. I've never been physically hurt. But I knew the biting was coming. And obviously tonight has happened. But I've been saying that it's not even paranormal activity. It's something because the things are moving in my room and I'm seeing them move. But that's okay, that don't bother me. It's this trying to put me to sleep because I watch back the video and I hear myself, I don't want to go to sleep, thank you. You know what I'm saying? How have they got the ability to put you to sleep? How have they got the ability to shut you down? That's what I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're trying to switch me off. So interesting, it really is. I mean, obviously, this ain't nice. It hurts a lot, and it's very. It's better now, I should say. It is better now. Hurts to touch, but I don't have to touch it. But I can lift my eyebrows up and down. So it's just a flesh wound. It's nothing serious. It's just the way it happened. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just about to go in and finish off the YouTube video, so I wasn't really done recording. So I didn't need to go to sleep. You know, I was like, I don't need to go to sleep. I'm very happy doing what I'm doing. But he didn't want me to chat the story about him getting on the plane, me getting on the plane, and the man who I called Chicken getting on first, and the celebrity behind me. And I started listening to the recording that I downloaded on the phone, and it was saying that my nan is the matriarchy of the family. And when she was on her deathbed, she told my dad that I was the matriarchy, and he wasn't happy because he thought everything was coming to him. But it's a matriarchy. You'd have to be a woman for it to come to you. But this is what I'm saying about these men. Really are women, or they have a Jezebel spirit in them, that the Jezebel spirit thinks it should be them. Something in a something. Something in a something, because since then my dad's been on one. And my nan died 20-something years ago. She died in 2002. The April, my son was born January 2002. They says to me, don't go to your nan's wedding because you just had a baby. So like Jamaicans are very superstitious, like most religions to be fair, or ethnicities. And we've all got our quirks. And my mum's like, you know, they say wear like red panty if you're going to the funeral, but I didn't. I thought, no, I'm going to my nan's funeral.
No, I don't be Jamaican, but there is a saying that if you have to go with a funeral after just having baby, because there's something about when you've just had a baby, your womb area is still open physically, but also metaphorically, if you like. So you're very prone to like baby colds and infections and stuff like that because you've just had a baby, obviously. So in the spiritual sense, when going to a funeral where there's likely to be dead people because you're going to be going to the grave, etc., my family believe as Jamaicans that would make you vulnerable, so you need to wear a pair of red panty, and apparently if you wear red panty the duppy don't like red panty. See, I shouldn't laugh, you know, because there's obviously a reason why we have these, you know, these old wise tales, but something in a something, you know, so they say wear red panty to the funeral, so that's...
It's my nan's funeral. I'm okay going to my nan's funeral, you know what I mean? So I went to the funeral, and then it was a good funeral. And then when we went to the after party, there was some elders there, nearly as old as my nan, and she was ticking and tacking on the dance floor, and she was going, and me and my cousin Melody was like, nah, we've got to get on the dance floor, why not with this woman, you know, this woman's sick. So me and Melody, you know what, I hurt my jaw. Now that I'm smiling, my mouth feels a bit bustled. But me and Melody, we love to dance. My cousin and my dad's like, both sides of the family love to dance. I don't know, everybody loves to dance. You know, not everybody, because obviously my sister likes to sit there, but when she's ready, she will dance. So anyway, this woman's on the dance floor. She's about 70-something years of age, you know. Could have been 80-something years of age. And her bottom's just going round, and she's ticking and she's tucking them. But like, what the fuck's on? You tell the guy there, we ticked her with that all blood clot night, man. You know, because Natasha, she, when we get together, it's like 5 again. And I didn't even know her when I was 5. But anyway, I'm on there playing, and I play the recording. Still got the recording, I've got the recording in this phone. Download. Let's see if I can go to downloads. It was 2024. Oh.
I don't have the download, so it don't make sense. Wait for her. When I say I don't have the download, meaning that it's not saved in my downloads on this phone. And let me just double check one more time. I can check. When I say I've got a lot of YouTube accounts, I've got a lot of accounts. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Anyway, let me just see if it's in this other account. Saying that I don't have any downloads in that one. I'm not sure which account it's in, babe. Anyway, I did say already that it don't even matter. It don't even matter because I know the reader, so I can go back in her history. I kind of remember what the title was, so I can just kind of pull it up that way. But yeah, so that at least that concludes that bit of the video that the ancestors wanted me to just clarify on, because I had said that I was knocked out for about 3 minutes, and my son was like, 3 minutes, mum. And then I also chat GPT'd it, and chat was like, that's a long time to be unconscious for. But when I've watched it again, it's not 3 minutes, it's more like 3-4 seconds that I'm knocked out for before I get back up. So that is that one. Then it wants me to review video 66. So we're going to go to video 66 and just check out 1 or 2 things. That's the video from last night. Video 66 is. Have I got 2 65s? Oh, 65 part 2. That's fine. Fuck me. There, 66.
Hi. Hi. Hello, my name is Asherah Rose, and welcome to my unique PhD journey. I'm exploring dissociative identity disorder.
Let's fast forward the intro, yeah.
So let's embark on this journey together and uncover the intersections of spirit and science. Hi. I was just listening to a reading, and I haven't listened to one of Bronwyn's readings for about, I don't know, probably a day and a half, probably since Wednesday. Yeah, Saturday today. So one's just come on, it was done an hour ago. It's probably a little longer than an hour ago because I have watched half of it already.
Okay,
but I thought I'd be
what they want me to kind of just go into on this video is that during Bronwyn's reading, I'm clicking and clucking and slapping and tapping in the background. So I kind of half go into it a little bit, but I don't fully go into it. So I just want to go into what that is all about. So when spirit enters my body, they can do things with me in multiple different ways. So they can kind of move my energy where I'm just dancing in a flow, or they can move my energy where I'm really going into some really kind of like high-end ritual dancing, yeah. Or they can move my mouth and make me make sounds, yeah. So that clucking sound I'm familiar with. I started doing that from 2022. Yeah, and it's like a... And there's like raw tribes in Africa that toot and clack at each other. Do you know what I mean? So it's not too outside the box, yeah? Then there's like a bubble language. And it's like, and that's a spin-off bat slang, because I speak bat slang. So if I says to you, hello, my name is Asherah and welcome to my PhD journal, I would say, hello, my name is Asherah and welcome to my PhD journey. That's Babat slang. I speak like that to my children, and I speak like that with my friends at school, because that's what we would speak when we don't want the teachers or our parents to know what the fuck we're talking about. But I've always spoke it to my children, because I need them to know when I want them to do something, when I'm in the company of people, or if I need them to behave themselves or something, you know. I would always have a little a little word with them in Bat slang. But in what they've given me, it's not the bat slang. It's more but it also translates into a water language. So if you do under this underwater, you get a completely different experience. It's just bubbles, 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 bubbles coming out your mouth type of thing. And that's more of like a mermaid tongue, a mermaid tone, like mermaid communication. So when I have Asherah gone under the sea, deep, deep, deep into the fucking sea, it's that bubble language that I've used in the sea with my family that live underwater, you know, and that they register that every time a bubble comes out my mouth, it's not the bubble that they're registering. It's once the bubble, I say it's once the bubble bursts, but usually a bubble doesn't even burst underwater. It will float up to the top. But because we're so far down underwater, the bubbles burst underwater. That's what I've seen. And it's when the bubble bursts, do they get the sound and understand the communication? So it's communication after the fact. So I've gone but they're not hearing what I've said until the bubbles burst, as in a burst bubble. Anyway, like I said, it's all stuff that I've seen in my mind's eye through astral projection and whatever else. Then so basically I think I've got about 6 different languages, 6 or 7 different tones that I would do when spirit enters me. So again, that clucking one was just one of many tones. I don't do the light language in terms of when people say online that they're speaking light language. That hasn't come out for me. And in fact, when I do hear it, it kind of makes me cringe up. And my ancestors have always got something to say about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not here to judge or to criticize, because everybody's accessing things on so many different levels. And it might be that later on light language is a thing. I don't know. All I know is that right now that's not the case. You know, and if anything, it's more of a stay away from that, because that's something different. This is what we're on. So I just like I said, I always do as I'm told. So yeah, and then so you've got the dancing, the soft dancing, flowy, but you've also got the ritual, very African, very all in the hips, all in the bottom, all in the feet, stamping around. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's less of this and it's more of, you know what I mean? I can't really can I show you? So the soft dancing makes you sway. My hips are still going, yeah, but it's more of this, yeah. Whereas the ritual dancing, it's more of this. It's more all bottom, yeah. So my one leg will be going, and I can whine and tick with the one thing, and I'll be going low, and the back will be just going. But it's all in one. It's all in one leg. Then there's an ancestor that will come on this leg, and she'll do her thing, but it'll be more of a whatever she wants to do, yeah. My nan, when she comes in, she'll combine all of it. I'll be my bottom will be going around like this, my feet will be ticking, my hands will be going. It's like a collection of ancestors all in one dance, you know. And also things will be ticking off in my brain, and more neurons will be opening up or firing up or whatever it is, you know. So there can be so much going on just from one ritual, you know, just from one dance. And then obviously, so you've got the dancing, you've got the language, and then also there's this, well, either I'm tapping on my legs or it's just one hand banging, but it's in different beats, fast. And when I went to Africa, I met that woman for the first time. So when I say that my ancestors walk through me, the walk's like this. Like my hips will be going and they walk like this, and my legs will be in front of it, almost marching in front of me, walking down. So that's how I know that the ancestors have taken over and my legs are just going. And then when I got in front of that African woman, I was on the ground like this, like I'd just fallen in front of her on the ground like this. And she's talking to me and I'm swaying, but I'm hitting my chest like this. So I'm coming up and down. Yeah. And every bump is talking to her. It's like, say, she understands these rhythms here because she's looking at me. Yeah. And my body's just doing that. Yeah. I'm whining out, I'm beating. But there's a language coming out of me because I can see that there's an understanding with her. And then also, it's also being translated to me. And what's being translated to me is, look at here, you little fucking bitch. You get, like, my nanny's killing it. She's telling her about her blood clot. She's here. She's in fucking Africa. Let them know. She's fucking here in blood and flesh. You know what I mean? And the woman's face is just, you know, and she's got a knife in her hand, don't forget. And I'm thinking, Nanny, are you serious? My nan said, go down there, your blood clot. With my tits out too, you know, bearing in mind. Got my tits out. Shocking out in front of this woman on my knees. So some of it is not fun. By any means, it's not fun. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's not funny. You know, being on the beach naked, practically in one pair of panty. That's not even a panty. And I'm, you know, all these things are coming out of me, and I'm in the water, and the water's moving, and it's swishing, and I'm back up, and I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow. Honestly, it's a fucking, from an observation point of view, and I'm observing myself in the moment. Like, I'm in the moment too, but one of my conscious minds can be observing me and how I'm moving and the downloads that are coming in. I'm blown away. I'm absolutely blown away. I really am. It's like nothing else. It's like no other experience that I could really explain to you other than it being absolutely phenomenal and really hard to ignore and put it down to just being something simple. It's definitely not. There's definitely something going on, you know, definitely. So let's just catch the end of this 66 because I'm going to move on to Bronwyn. You're going to hear me do some of that clicking in the background.
It's gone.
So I'm just going to fast forward it to Bronwyn. So this is Bronwyn Cove Tower
They're
111.
very aware of what other people think of them, and they do not want people to judge them badly, so they keep this to themselves. Now, the other cards that came out, they're all...
Sorry, Spirit just told me to stamp it. I don't even know if I timestamped the last few videos, but today is Saturday, the 22nd of November, and the time is 22:03 p.m. UK time.
And today is Sunday, the 23rd.
different chakras. We have the Earth Star chakra coming out. I feel like someone here needs to really focus on grounding and on their connection to Mother Gaia, because as it says here, expect your connection to the divine to ramp up. With dreams, visions, aha moments, signs and synchronicities, but with that comes dizziness. And I'm not a doctor. Please check that out with the doctor before going, oh, that's what Robin said. But with it comes a widening of your crown chakra. And if you are not grounded, it's going to make you feel unwell. It's going to bring in downloads too quickly. It's going to be overstimulated. We even have the crown chakra and the sacral chakra coming out.
Definitely overstimulated.
Your Earth Star chakra, your crown chakra, and your sacral chakra. Okay? I'm going to put them all together to be quite honest. And then we have expect your connection to the divine to ramp up. Now,
That's not me talking now, that's me talking on the video.
That's supposed to be there, like we're supposed to take that. This is not a twin flame connection. So for some people this is going to be somebody from your past romantically, and for others it's going to be a narcissistic family connection. To get some clarity on which one you want me to go for, please. I like it. Alright. Why do I get that this is more to do with family than it is to do with like a past lover? Reddit stories. This person likes to write. They may be writing stories about you or writing stories about things that happened in the past with you. Thank you. Parental replacement. So we got family coming out here. Parental replacement. We have.
So we're just waiting to start hearing me clucking.
Family members underneath. Okay. So we're going to go with the family member one. Let's pop that there and put all the rest of those back. So we have got a narcissistic sibling, family member, who they seem
a race with one player, because as much as they're looking at you or someone in the collective is not looking back. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Bronwen. This is Bronwen's Code Tarot 111. If you are new to my channel, welcome in. It's good to have you here. If you are a returning subscriber to family, it's good to have you back.
Thank you.
I will be ringing this bell. This is just to cleanse the space around us, but it can get quite loud. If you have any type of sound sensitivity, please turn down your listening device in 3, 2, and in 1. Now, I do have a little bit of a migraine. I'm just on like the end part of a migraine. So if I slur my words slightly, because that does happen with my migraines, or if I stumble over my words, that's the reason why, and I apologise in advance. But I'm an avid migraine sufferer, and it's just part of life, and I have to either not work or just power through. So I'm powering through today. I'm hoping that it does not affect this reading, and if it does, I do apologise. Let's see. It's interesting that I was told to take out the true crime oracle cards. There's something here that it feels like a scheme or a plot that went wrong. We've got fraud coming out here straight away. This person's done something and has landed themselves in a pile of, I heard dirt but hurt. You have fraud and assassination. So it is really about them as well. So whatever they've done to you it's really blown up in their face. Really blown up in their face. Spirit, what did they do? What did they do? Especially when it comes to planning to do something collective. We've got boat coming out, so a sinking boat, aliens. I don't really want to take that one to be part of this, I'm not resonating. Their boat is sinking, without a doubt. This person may feel like they are going under. This person could be having a nervous breakdown. I'm not even sure.
So there's an energy coming in now.
Public. They can't have the meltdown in public. They can't let people see that they're stressing out. Why not? Burial.
So that's me trying to breathe some of it
They're
out.
worried that something's going to be dug up. They're worried something's going to be uncovered. Interesting. Okay. These cards are like to throw themselves everywhere. Well, that's already come out. We've got a distorted feminine here. We also have money in reverse, so money that is owed. Money that is owed. So I'm going to kind of put these all together. I feel like they need to be, because they're all being addressed at once.
Okay, so this is the ticking.
Tell me about the divine messages, please, because we need to know about the divine messages. I heard be careful. I feel like there may be messages coming to you a warning, and you need to listen to them. Like, you literally just need to listen to what your guides are telling you. Because there's something going on here with family members. I feel like a plot or a scheme
So while I'm clicking, to me it feels like I'm having a conversation with some extraterrestrials, to be honest. You get what I'm saying? I feel like there's a conversation happening. I don't feel like I'm clicking for the room. I don't feel like I'm clicking for myself. I feel like I'm clicking in a communication. And then what I tried to do earlier on is lie down and listen to the video to feel if the clicks resonated with me in any way. And they didn't. They didn't resonate with me. There was nothing inside of me that made me feel like, oh, that click meant something, or oh, that made me feel a different way. It never. So it kind of confirmed that the clicks aren't for. And don't get me wrong, some things are like, I've clicked in the past and I've clocked. Oh, I've done whatever, and I can feel neurons shooting off in my head. So I would say that those clicks have been for me, but this occasion, it felt like I was clicking externally to me. But at the same time, tapping and clicking, it will wake up cells in me, because we have energy points on our body. Like, our whole body is full of energy points. It's not just the obvious places where acupuncture, acupuncture, and them kind of things we point out. There's other things going on inside of us. So when I was with the last guy, one time I'd slept with him and actually orgasmed. Can you imagine? I actually orgasmed, and then after orgasm I went straight into a ritual where he was lying on me. So imagine, like, he's on this side of me lying on the bed and I'm lying on my back. Yeah, and that's his head here. And I'm thumping him in his back like this. I've got the whole back. And my hands are going up and down on him. Do you get what I'm saying? From the bottom to the top, from the bottom to the top. And at the same time, I'm making these clicking sounds. So this is 2023. You know what I mean? So I can't even do it properly, but whatever. So that's what's kind of going on with him. Yeah, and he doesn't move. He doesn't say a word, nothing. He just lies there until I've finished. And then we get up and we shower, basically. So yeah, I just wanted to give you like different examples of how the clicking and clucking, sometimes it feels like for me, sometimes it feels like it's for the other person, sometimes it feels like it's for something higher. Yeah, but pay attention, because after I do the clicking, I then go into slapping. So the slapping is literally me doing this on myself, but I'm going down to my ankles and back up on my knees, in my inner thighs, on my outer thighs. Yeah, and I'm doing a shape like that. That's what I'm doing, but you can't obviously see me on the video. So I'm going down one leg, up the other leg, halfway up, all the way up, halfway up, all the way up is what I'm doing. Then you see me just, when it's like a one-stop tap, I'm just here, like in the diamond of my groin here, and I'm just tapping. Yeah, so that's what you can hear after the clicking. Yeah, but we don't need to play all of it. I just want to give you an idea.
Going to be exposed, or some sort of intention to do some sort of harm, whether that is to your character, to yourself, to your business, is going to come forward. We have missing coming out here with a letter, and it was in reverse. So there's definitely information, missing clues, missing bits of information that are going to come forward. That's interesting that Pet was on the back here with secrets. So it does feel like there is money that is owed. Someone took money, they spent a lot of money on getting, I don't know what I'm going to say, a hitman. I don't even feel like it's a professional hitman. I feel like it is somebody who will just do it for the money, if that makes sense. Because you have a family member here who is definitely in a lot of debt. And they're now in a lot of debt. Now they're back in a lot of debt. About them. They don't regret a thing though. Because they're that narcissistic. They do not regret a thing. They just do not want to get caught. As we can see here with imprisonment in the past. Tell me why they feel like this boat is going under. What's making this boat go under? These cards are really coming out quickly. So there's something here about things happening very fast. Or there being punchy energy, social media. How interesting. I was listening to PMS, Colby Chris, on YouTube, and she was doing like covering a cold case that it took 30 years for it to be completely like finished, complete. Like it's no longer a cold case. And the only reason that they were able to find out who the person was who had passed away, and they're no longer just, they were called the 10th girl, rather than being called the 10th girl, they actually had their name Barbara. It's because of when the internet came out, when it first came out on the scene, there was someone.
Okay, and then after the tapping, you hear sounds like this. It's a little bit louder than that. But that's me rubbing on my skin on my top thighs. So I've just got my thighs and I'm just rubbing on my thighs, and that's what you can hear on the video. So you hear 3 sounds, the clicking and the clucking. Then you hear, and then you hear. So Spirit just told me to kind of break down those things to you. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on in the video. See if I can get the swishy sounds. Small tapping.
We've also got power supply in reverse. Why does it feel like you're watching them? You're not watching them. There's someone connected to you that's watching them, or that's commenting on them. I feel like there is part of like an online community, and this online community maybe talking about you not in a negative way. I'm not being
on the swelling.
But if this isn't something that's going to happen in the future, this is something that's they've already attempted in the past, and this,
You're trying to pass forward a
especially
little
if
bit.
they were, draining your energy or connecting into you and using you as some sort of battery, having the distorted feminine in reverse. These may be the three areas that are really, really out of alignment for this person, and those are the three that you're being told to look at because those are the three that they were attaching to. So your earth star chakra, your crown.
Pass forward a bit more.
You're aware of it or turn the blind eye. Egotism is coming out in reverse.
Still tapping.
Alright, you're going to be given some sort of information that's going to give you an ego death. And I don't say that in a
Still
horrible way.
tapping. Still tapping.
Extenders, for those of you who watch extenders. This person at the time, they had much courage, so they didn't really think too
Still
much of it.
tapping. Bomba clot.
Take it as it resonates, because it could be, for some people, it could be actually the goodbye, you are now going to another dimension, or it could be
Okay,
your
now you
business
can
is
hear.
now in ruins, you're in ruins, your character's been absolutely dragged through the mud. Please know that my readings are only for confirmation and clarity of what you already know, okay? So if any of this is a surprise, any of this is worrying you or concerning you, you do not have to claim the energy, you can just leave it for someone else. I'm going to put this one down first. They're going to have to defend themselves. They really are going to have to defend themselves. This is coming true. This is coming. I think they can feel it. I think they can feel that barriers, and I don't know what the barriers are. I don't know if this is like
You
people
hear that?
doing favours for people.
Sounds a bit like
Favours,
sandpaper.
favours, don't talk about this.
Sanding.
Or can I just bury this lady here? It's almost like
That's me rubbing on the top of my thighs.
This is like a pet rabbit and you accidentally killed the rabbit and you didn't mean to. Just for example. And rather than telling them,
Okay. So we've got those three little sounds in there. Like I said, it's quite a long video. So here I'm explaining about how I can use music to transform the energy. So this is like a little bit of feminine energy with a little bit of masculine energy, but more feminine. And I says that it looks like swirling of the hands in it, but to me it's weaving. It's weaving. My fingers are changing. They're shifting shit, man. They're shifting shit. As simple as you see those little fingers, they're making fucking waves. Never mind my head, my arms, my legs, my waist. It's all harmonious. Just changing energetic frequency on the planet, off the fucking planet, in the solar system. So even though I'm in my room, it's so much more, man. And the grimier the music, that energy, like the music is raw, the music is sexual, it's sensual, it's high energy. Fucking hell, man, lift you off the goddamn floor, man. So I'm just demonstrating. You see my fingers are weaving. They're actually like taking little threads of the matrix and changing the whole fucking programming. You know what I mean? I know it probably sounds crazy, but trust me, it's what it is to me, isn't it? It's what it is to me. So let me just go forward, because the last song is important, because I'm playing a Dotty song and I've calmed it down and I'm trying to...
1,000 people, man, and we're all doing the same dance. You get what I'm saying?
Let me just rewind that, because it's so important to let you know that I'm dancing with the ancestors.
Cellular and things in my bones and things that I've come through generations. When I move my hips, it's like it's burning it all away. You get what I'm trying to say? And I've had to be whining for the last 5 years because there's just been so much that needs to be burned away. You know what I mean? And I just love it. Like, I can just bend my hip like that and just feel like fucking years and years of fuckery just burning away. And it hurts sometimes, but I love it.
Love it.
I love it, man.
I love it too.
I love it when they take over.
I love it too. I love it so much.
I feel so safe. I feel so held. And I just feel everybody. It's like a sea of fish. I go that way and I can feel like 1,000 people going that way too. Like I'm with 1,000 people, man, and we're all doing the same dance. You get what I'm saying? It's just, I feel them. I feel the weight of them. I feel the weight of them. And then I love it when one ancestor comes in and like the brown girl in the ring, show me emotion. And I can have different ancestors come with me and they've got different dance routines, they've got different dances, they've got different styles. And I'm like, where? You gotta say, one likes to tap this foot, one can tap, and whine and hold a whine, you know, and then stay in the same place and tick and tap. I'm like, bomba clock. You know what I'm saying? They're wicked, man. The fucking ancestors are wicked, blood. I'm not saying it's for everybody, you know, because when I was younger and I was part of this like little spiritual, but basically I did my level 1 Reiki there, and she's high up in the
I lose my train of thought here.
How they kind of track the lineage of the Reiki, and what was I gonna say about her? That's my shit.
Anyway, so there's no point, but what I feel like I have explained is that I'm not alone. And when I'm dancing, it doesn't feel like I'm alone either. It feels like these moves, that they're teaching me the moves, so I know how to dance with them. It's not I'm dancing and they're coming to dance with me. No, they're coming in my body and they're teaching my moves. And then sometimes they will come out my body for me to see if I can do the move myself. So now that I've been doing the move long enough, I can literally tap my foot on the ground and move my waist in a circle by myself. Whereas before I couldn't do, it's not that I couldn't do that, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying that because they've done it with me so long, it's nothing now. To basically, it's like 2 parts of my body doing something different. This foot's tapping, but while it's tapping, my hip can still maintain a circle and I can come round the other circle and not lose the tap. You know, but they've been kind of showing me these things so that I know that. You know what I'm saying? I can whirl on it. I can tap and I can still whirl on it while my foot's still ticking in any direction, because that's how they dance. You know, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like it's, you know, it's there's messages, there's communication, there's talking, there's energy, there's external communication, there's cellular changes, there's DNA changing, there's neurons going off, new neurons forming, all from a dance. I'm raising my inner vibration, I'm raising my consciousness, I'm raising my expansionness, I'm raising DNA, I'm raising cellular, I'm raising muscles, energy, frequencies from a fucking dance. And that's what I'm saying, like, these are not dances. They're more than dances. They're so much fucking more than a dance. And I have seen myself in the living room and then I drop on my knees and my children just drop at the same time behind me. And they're doing the same dance as me, spirits moving them like a sea of fish. And we're all in the living room doing the same move and everybody's moving. And that's what they're saying to me. Like, my kingdom spouse, sexually, when we make love together, that's what it would be like. When I move, he moves, and the ancestors just move through the 2 of us, which means that any conception made under those circumstances, it's a different being coming in. It's a completely different entity coming in, because the energy is high, the ceremony of it is high. Just everything is different, and I'm aware of that. And this is the inner and the outer education I'm getting from moving with spirit. And if I shape my rackle, because obviously I got this in Africa, but they love this. They love this. So this is what it looks like around their feet, and but it's cowrie shells around their ankles. So when they're stamping on the ground, I'm stamping on the ground. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And they're coming forward and they're coming back, and you know what I'm saying? And they're going for it, man. They're fucking going for it. I can't even stamp with this leg. I just realised that my bike accident's still affecting my step. But yeah, they're just fucking amazing, man. And then when they're whining and they're going and they got me on the bed and it's just my ass going, man. You get what I'm saying? And I'm fully going, you know. fully going. I feel like my battery's about to take off. You get what I'm trying to say? It's crazy, but it's beautiful at the same time. I fucking love it. So they wanted me to kind of like touch on those two videos and just kind of give a little bit more of the back story behind what is actually going on and what I'm experiencing and how it's not some sexy dance, you know what I mean? So if you are watching it in that way, that's fine too, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, whatever floats your boat, you know what I mean? And I can't be dancing in a sensual way and not expect people to respond to it in a sensual way. I'm mature enough and intelligent enough to know that, but I do want to kind of emphasize that that's not the motive behind the dances. That's not the motive behind the rituals, you know what I'm saying? Like sex is so much better than a ritual dance in a way, because it's sex, isn't it? And when you're mixing ritual dancing in sex and doing it on a 5D level, it's another level, you know what I mean? That to me would be more something to think about than the ritual dancing. But I can say that because I know the difference between the two. Whereas somebody just coming in and watching it for the first time, you know, they're gonna get what they get out of it. So I feel like I've kind of satisfied the ancestors explaining that. So the next thing they wanted me to jump in was this book thing, because this is what they want the next series to be about. But I'm gonna start now. I don't even know what's chapter 3. What's chapter 1, sorry. So that looks like it's got a 3 on it. Is it in order? Sorry. January 9th. I know that I seen the 7th, so the 7th would come before the 9th. Definitely. I think I mentioned to you about Spirit telling me to write down the names of all the people that I know, and then I must have got to like 100. No, I got to. I've got some of the names here. So this goes up to 89. So the last name on here says 89. But I'm just trying to find out where number 1 is. And then also what I will say is that they make me do these kind of things. They look like scribbles, but it's not. It's like chaos magic, to be fair. But it's like scribing. Yeah, but I don't know. So it's a case of taking a picture. In fact, ChatGPT on this phone won't allow me to with it because I'm out of fucking data. But let me have a go anyway. Oh, it's let me. But my camera is so blurry. I wonder if this will take a better picture. Yeah, that will take a better picture. I have to take it like this so it's facing front ways. Okay. And then I say to explain this picture. I'll put reviews here. See what it says. Thinking. While it's thinking, I'm going to see if I can find what the picture shows. You're holding a sheet of paper filled with handwritten notes, doodles, calculations and keywords. It looks like a brainstorming page and the kind someone writes on when ideas are coming fast and thoughts are being sketched out before they're organized. Here's a breakdown of the different parts. Top section. It's saying, care that will change the world, care you can carry with you, Cami Care, Kerry Care products ripoff. Give it to Summer, she said Sophie uses it. This looks like you were thinking about product ideas, possibly hair care, skin care, preparing brands, or noting inspiration. At the top right, it says YouTube ad equal research, big, maybe big next 10 years. Looks like future planning and brand strategy. This is what it's getting off this page, yeah? And that sounds correct to me. Center section, large scribble, infinity shape. There is a large scribed drawing that looks like overlapping loops, almost the infinity symbol or electronic swirl. This could present brainstorming energy, a mind map visual, a concept of circle or flow, or just a free-form doodle while thinking. Next on the drawing, someone wrote, "My heart is yours more." Yeah. Oh yeah. No, my heart is yours alone. My heart is yours alone. Which feels like either a lyric, a message, or a personal note. Bottom left section. There are bits of maths like 70 take away 8 equals something, 62 circled, or 2028 equals 228 code. This looks like numerology style calculations or symbolic number work. Nothing dangerous, just number exploration. There's also a note, let me fall in love again. Jade Kingdom, 16 million views. This might reference a song on YouTube video or something inspirational. Right side, word fragment code, TTH, THH, TTH, truth, TTH equal code. This looks like someone trying to decode initials, creating a symbolic meaning or explored pattern. At the bottom right, there's are you and seen. This could be a question to self or another person, possibly meaning are you or are you seeing this? It's not, it isn't that. So basically, on my alphabet sheet, T is the number 2 and H is the number 8. So you get TT8 for the truth because the truth has 2 T's in there. Yeah? So the truth has 2 T's in there and 1 H. And that's what I've taken out, Spirit did. And they left the RU. So the RU is, are you true? I'm 228, I'm TTH, are you? Yeah? So the RU stands as standalone words, are you? And it's just the T and the T and the H that you need, which gives you the 228. So that's why I've got 228 tattooed on my body. I've got it here on my arm. And I've got a big one on my leg with the sword of truth. So it says 228. And then here it says 2228 on my arm, and then I've got lots of 8s and whatever else all over my body, blah 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 blah. Yeah, let's finish off what it's saying about this. Overall interpretation, the page looks like a creative brainstorm, a mix of product ideas, slogan notes and numerous symbolism, emotional and spiritual reflections, a free flow stream of consciousness. It doesn't look dangerous or alarming, just very expressive, like someone capturing a flood of ideas before they disappear. It reads like someone's thinking about branding, spiritual symbolism, relationships, numerology, YouTube content, personal affirmation, and possibly intuitive messages. Altogether, it's a creative mind map. If you want, I can help you organize the notes, interpret the numbers. Yeah, that would be nice, but not this page because there's so much more to interpret. But you can already see that ChatGPT is on it, and like I said, it's You know, there's a fair few. Oh, look at this one. Shall we see what it makes of that? What do you make of this? I can describe exactly what I see in the image and offer some grounded interpretations, but I won't make any assumptions about your mental state or identity, just a clear slate, safe, respectful analysis. What the image shows, it's a bit weird, isn't it? You're holding a sheet of paper with a dense cluster of overlapping circle scribbles, almost like spirals, loops, vortex shapes, circular motions layered on top of each other. It looks like the pen was moving quickly and repeatedly in looping motions, building up a thick mass of lines at the top to the bottom of the page. There is no figure or face in it, just abstract continuous movement. The background appears softly lit and the hand holding the paper is steady. Possible interpretations, non-psychological or non-medical. These are creative, non-clinical interpretations. You tell me if any resonate. It looks like expressive or intuitive drawing. People often make this kind of pattern when they are releasing energy, thinking deeply, processing emotions, brainstorming, meditating, trying to empty the mind. The kind of scribbles is common in intuitive drawing or automatic writing drawing. I didn't know that. It could represent energy or movement. The shapes look like a column of swirling energy, a vortex, a rising spiral, a flow from bottom to top. This is common in spiritual or symbolic doodling. It can be purely a focus or grounding technique. Some people scribble repetitive patterns to calm the mind, relieve stress, stay focused while thinking, keep their hands busy. Just like people who doodle during phone calls or long thoughts. It can be part of a brainstorming from the previous page. Your earlier page was full of ideas, phrases, numerology and symbols. The scribble might be an extension, like visual processing or releasing mental energy. If you tell me the contents, I can interpret more precisely. For example, were you thinking about something specific? Were you intentionally making a symbol? Was it this automatic? My hand just moved. Is it part of a ritual, meditation or creative exercise? Depending on what you're exploring, spiritual, emotional, artistic or symbolic, I can give you deeper insight. So I'm just going to say my hand just moved. Thank you for being honest about that. When your hand just moves, that can fit into a few completely normal experiences, none of which mean anything is wrong with you. Here are the most common non-medical, non-judgmental explanations. Automatic or intuitive drawing. Sometimes your hand moves before your conscious mind catches up. People experience this when they are deep in thought, emotionally full, spiritually open, tired, relaxed, channeling creativity, or letting the body speak instead of the mind. It's very common in meditation, prayer, journaling, or spiritual work. Conscious release, subconscious release. Your hand can move as a way of releasing energy, stress, thought, tension. The loop and spirals you made look exactly like energy discharge doodles, the kind people make when something inside wants out gently. Flow state. Sometimes your body enters flow where movements feel automatically natural. Artistic singers, writers and healers experience this all the time. Spiritual / energetic interpretation, if that's the lane you're in. In many traditions, Yoruba's come up. In many traditions, Yoruba, African diasporic, hoodoo, mama water practices, spiritualism, etc. Automatic movement during writing or drawing is considered intuitive, a sign of heightened awareness, a message coming through the body, not the mind, an energetic release, or a type of light trance where emotion and spirit move first. That's exactly. This does not mean possession or anything extreme, just that the body speaks sometimes. The most important question, how did you feel when it was happening? Did you feel calm, overwhelming, peace, light release, like you weren't fully focused, like someone was guiding you, like you were watching instead of doing? Your experience matters more than the drawing itself. If you want, you can tell me. I don't think we're going to that anymore, but that's what ChatGPT got off that one scribble. Quite interesting, isn't it? I'm still trying to find these names. All right, so fire list of fire. They're going to spiritual hell. So I found from 12. So I've got from 12 on this page, and then on that page I've got 30 something. I've got some more numbers here, and I've got numbers at the back. So this says this was a bomb. They took it as a threat / truth. The truth is the truth. TH, TRTH, TH, THT equal code 208 208 208 208 208 20 equal code 10 21 10 12 equals 8 888 Lionsgate. 888 Lionsgate. Why do these codes? Who do these codes belong to? Breaking news. Clarity. Numbers. The star. Soon. Boom. Yeah, so I'm gonna start a different, you know, like how the first 40 videos are in one image, then the next 40 videos are in another image. So it's like every 40 videos I change the image because there's 40 videos in a series. Yeah, but the videos are just gonna stick to the numbers, so you won't know what's in the video until you log on to it. But the numbers are the map. Okay, it's numerology. The numbers mean something. I don't know what they mean at the moment, but they will mean something. So as I go through these page by page and get ChatGPT to break them down, I'll do the video on them and I'll read what ChatGPT is saying about it, because honestly, some of the things that I can remember coming out of this, I was just like, what the fuck? One mouth equals phlegm out the window. 2 blood mixed with water in gold cup out the window at 27 minutes past 12. 3 piss gold water at 5 minutes past 12. 111 cold. Who is 111? Whack. He likes it in the ass. Shit. Okay, let's not go there. I tell ya, I swear down. Like it don't make sense, but it does make sense, if that makes sense. So they just wanted me to touch on and give a little intro into what I'm gonna be doing in the next series. So we'll still carry on with this series because I'm on video 67. This will be, and these videos need to go up to 80 because obviously 80 will be the next 40 in the series. But while I'm also recording these videos, I'm recording shamanic videos. I'm putting up other videos. Like this week, I put up a video of me having my mental health counselling session with my mental health counsellor, Joe. And yeah, just me talking about going to Africa the first time, and I was prepared. That was 2025, sorry, when I went to Africa in the February, March. And then when I came back, I had my counselling session with her, and I'm talking about going back to Africa in the March, April. So I'm telling her about my experience in Africa, what happened. We're touching on some of the conversations we were having during our counselling sessions prior to that, and how I felt and where I was mentally, where I felt emotionally, spiritually. So just to kind of give some background, that I've been assessing my mental health the whole way through this. You know, so even though my ex husband, such man, and the courts were trying to get me on a mental health level, they didn't know how much support and how much people had already had around me assessing my mental health before I went into the mental health hospital. That's why I knew my mental health was okay. But I also knew that I was going on with things spiritually. And then when I went into the mental health hospital, obviously I came around very quickly. I'm going to show you things on my phone. I'm going to pull out my mental health paperwork so you can actually see the letter showing that I was sectioned under the Section 2 of the Mental Health Act. You'll see I'm going to show you the emails of where I've appealed, emails where I've had to get the solicitor to tell my son to stand down. You know, like everything that I've said on video and I haven't showed the evidence for, I will come back and show the evidence for, to make sure that, you know, it's 2025, you blood clot. People can't just say shit anymore. If you say something, you better blood clot fucking back it. And that's real talk. You better back it, because there's been so many fucking liars and narcissistic bullshit. These people are getting away. Somebody says something about me. That person has no evidence to support what they're saying, but you're going to take what they're saying for gospel. I don't blood clot think so. Them days are over. Them days are over. If you say something, you better fucking back it, and you better have the fucking receipts to back it. Otherwise, you're going to get run over by the Almighty. Real talk. Because there's people getting away with blood clot murder. People getting away with literally murder because they're chatting shit and nobody holding them accountable. Well, you know what? We're in the era of accountability, and it's Judgment Day. What did you think Judgment Day was going to be about? Judgment Day is every man get judged in it. What you said and what you did, you will be held accountable for it. And if what you've said and what you did is lies and fucking blood clot destruction, and you've done nothing to make people's life a misery and a living fucking hell, you're going to experience hell now, innit? You're going to experience hell, because what you put out is what you get back. And that's just how it goes. Nothing more, nothing less. That's how it goes. My ancestors, they want me to put on the dirty song. They're so funny, ain't it? Look at me whiling out about Judgment Day, and they want the blood clot dirty song. Okay, let's just give it to them. Is it already in the lineup, ancestors? I'm not in music, am I? It's right there in my blood clot face. Honestly, Ash, that's how it goes sometimes. Don't worry about it.
What is it? 5:32. I forgot.
Is that early? Come on.
No, freedom. I forgot. I forgot where freedom. I forgot where freedom. What do you mean?
Excuse my more now.
Do the rest of the video. God, it's so loud.
Yeah, bro. Yo, I'm a pity now your mouth too. You dirty one. Me grab a joy. Well, I a soul. My finger in your mouth is not for money. Me up work for you, do but I no choice. Me have no plans, I know that alone. I'ma brace up on the door. My show, then it's sure you are such a core. Looking this started joy. Catch it on my phone video with a makeup on. Yo, I'm if it's slapping on your face, baby, it's okay. Can me begging your ears. Missionary style, I got 15 a year. Yo, I'm if it's fitting on your mouth. You dirty word, me grab a throat. Well, I a sword. Me finger in your mouth, it's not for more. Me have work for you, do but I no chores. Me have no plans, I know that alone. I'ma brace up on the door. Mash up, then ensure you are surgical. You give me started door. Catch it on the phone, video with a megaphone. You make an up in the rap. Demon, bitch, I just show you an around. When I play with the kitty, turn I go fall. So me know how I'm charging. Now you may not have a chance. Me a pussy up. In your face and by your ass, me a dirty dog. Me see your daughter turn you on, you want to soak you up. You just a rev up in the yard and no buggy car. Me just a dig like you want. Let me fit in your mouth. You dirty whore. Me grab a throat. But I saw. Me finger in your mouth. Me start some more. Me have work for you, do but on your chores. Me have love plans and no that alone. When me brace up on the door. Mash up, then ensure you are surgical. You give me started joke. Catch it on the phone, video with a megaphone. She still me feel easy. She said fully hard, can nobody taste me. She said look where you are, do you love your reasoning? Too much of them discipline with a dating. Titty quizzing, me put it deep in. Now you are the quizzing. After me done, you want say you couldn't tape it. Hard me and fuck it till I hate. You want me to take it now your mouth. You dirty whore. Me grab a throat, but I saw. Me finger in your mouth, me start some more. Me have work for you, do but on your chores. Me have love plans and no that alone. When me brace up on the door. Mash up, then ensure you are surgical. You give me started joke. Catch it on the phone, video with a megaphone.
Right. I'm gonna let this video go and then get something to eat. Alright, so until the next one.
Running a small